Morning students, as the previous day we started the new chapter called the air. This is your fourth chapter from geography book. So that day we completed the structure of the atmosphere and the introduction and composition of the atmosphere. Today we will start from the weather and climate. So let's start. Is it going to rain today? Will it be bright and sunny today? How many times have we heard this from anxious cricket fans speculating the fate of the one-day matches? If we imagine our body to be radio and the mind its speaker, weather is something that fiddles with its control knob. Weather is this hour-to-hour, day-to-day condition of atmosphere. A hot or humid weather may make one irritable, and a pleasant breezy weather may make one cheerful and even plan an outing. Weather can changes dramatically from day to day. However, an average weather condition of a place for a longer period of time represent the climate of a place. Now, do you understand why we have daily weather forecast? What is weather? Weather is the hour-to-hour or day-to-day change of the atmosphere or changing atmospheric condition, and the average of the weather condition of a place for a long period of time represent the climate of a place. Temperature. The temperature you feel every day is the temperature of the atmosphere. The degree of the hotness or coldness of a air is known as temperature. The temperature of the atmosphere changes not only between day to night but also from season to season. Summer are hotter and winter than winter. So temperature is changed every time, hour to hour or day and night, even season to season. Like summer season is hot and winter season is cold. This is the variation of temperature. An important factor that influences the distribution of temperature is isolation. Isolation is the incoming solar energy intercepted by Earth. The amount of the insolation decreased from a equator toward the pole, therefore the temperature decreases in the same manner. So what is the isolation? Isolation is the sun ray that received by the earth, and the isolation varies from equator to pole. So the temperature also varies from equator to pole. That is, equator is receive more isolation, means the temperature of the equatorial area is more hotter than the pole. Now you understand why poles are covered with snow. If the earth's temperature rises too high, it would become too warm for some crops to grow. Temperature in cities is much higher than that the village. The concert and the metals in building and asphalt of the road get heated up during the day. This heat is released during the night. So the concrete and the metal of the building absorb the heat during the daytime. So all over the day they receive the sun ray and they get heated. Then they release the temperature at night. That is why cities are more hotter than the rural area. Also, the crowded high-rise building of the cities trap the warm air and thus release the temperature of the cities. Air pressure. You will be surprised to know that air above us presses us with a great force in our bodies. However, we don't even feel it. This is because that air pressure presses us from all directions and our body extract the counter pressure. So air presses us all over us, all side by us. so we don't feel the pressure. Air pressure is defined as the pressure extended by the weight of the air of the earth's surface. As we go up the layer of the atmosphere, the pressure falls rapidly. The air pressure is highest at the sea level, decreased with the height. So we feel the most of the air pressure is in the mean sea level, because the gravity in the mean sea level is the highest. But when we go with height, the air pressure falls rapidly. In areas where temperature is high and air gets heated and rises, this creates a low pressure area. Low pressure is associated with cloudy skies and wet weather. In areas having lower pressure, the air is cold, is therefore heavy, and heavy air sinks and created a high pressure area. High pressure is associated with clear and sunny sky. So the low pressure belt is where the air is warm and humid and the weather will be wet and cloudy. But in the high pressure area, the temperature of the wind will be low. That is why the air pressure will be heavy and the sky will be clear and sunny. The air always moves from high pressure area to low pressure area. So this was the air pressure. Now we will read about wind. The movement of the air from high pressure area to low pressure area is called wind. You can see wind at work as it blows dry leaves down and on the pavement or rooftop trees during the storms. Sometimes when wind blows gently, you can even see it blowing away the smoke or fire dust. At times, wind can also strong that the difficult to work against it. You must have experiences it. It is not easy to hold an umbrella in windy day. Think of some other examples when strong winds are created. Problems for you. Winds can be broadly divided into three types. Permanent winds. So winds can be various types. There are mainly three types of wind. The permanent winds, the trade winds, westerlies, easterlies are the permanent winds. These blow constantly throughout the year in particular direction. See this map. Here is the wind direction. This red color arrow are the wind direction, which wind blows in which direction. Like from the equatorial area to the subtropical area, subtropical high pressure area and equatorial low pressure area. From subtropical high to equatorial low, there is blowing a trade wind, that is called southern trade wind and northern trade wind. Seasonal wind. These winds changes their direction in different seasons. For example, monsoon of India. Local winds. This blows only during the particular period of the day or the year in a small area. For example, land and sea breezes. Do you recall? Hot or dry local wind, northern plains in India, it is called Lu. So there are mainly three types of wind. These are permanent wind, seasonal winds and the local winds. Permanent winds blows in a particular direction all over the year. That the sum of the example of permanent winds are westerlies, easterlies, trade winds, and seasonal winds are like monsoon winds of India and local winds like Lu. Moisture. What is moisture? When water evaporates from the land and different with water bodies, it becomes water vapor. Moisture in the air at any time is known as humidity. So when water evaporates from a water body, it floats in the air, and this is called moisture. And the moisture of in a particular amount of air is called its humidity. When the air is full of water vapor, it called its humid day. The air gets warmer, its capacity of hold water vapor increase, and so it's become more and more humid. On a humid day, clothes take longer time to dry, and sweat from our body does not evaporate easily, making us very uncomfortable. When water vapor rises, it starts cooling. The water vapor condenses, causing formation of the droplets of water. Clouds are just masses of the such water droplets. When these droplets of the water become too heavy to float in the air, then they come down and precipitation. Jet planes flying in the sky leaves at a white trail behind them. The moisture from their engines condenses. We see tails of their condensed moisture for some times when there is no air movement to disturb it. Precipitation that comes down to the earth in the liquid form is called rain. Most of the groundwater comes from rainwater. Plants help preserve water. These trees on the hillside are cut. Rainwater flows down bare mountain and causes flood to the low-lying area. On the basis of the mechanism, there are three types of rainfall: the conventional rainfall, the orographic rainfall, and the cyclonic rainfall. Rainfall is very important for survival in plants and animals. It brings fresh water to the earth's surface. Of the rainfall is less, water scarcity or drought occur. On the other hand, it is